Sa video natin ngayon, we will solve this problem from CA Board November 2025. Now, this isn't the same problem na lumabas talaga exactly noong 2025 since this is a bit modified. So we have a concrete beam shown which has the following properties. The area is 7.89 times 10 to the 5. This actually inherits the value sa moment of inertia natin na problem set. So yung area saka yung moment of inertia are both accurate. If this is 690, tas ito naman 540 yan. So the moment of inertia about the axis of bending is 1.39 times 10 to the 11. And the total height of the section is 1,400 millimeters. Now yung spacing ng strands is 50 mm horizontally. And vertically naman, we have 60 mm. And the cover is equal to 50 mm. The effective cover going to the bottom row. 50 mm. Ayan. The beam is also pre-stressed using 40 15.2 mm diameter 7 wire strands arranged at 60 mm spacing. Ito yan, nasa figure na. With an effective concrete cover of 50 mm and the initial pre-stressing force at transfer is 3,420 kilonewtons. During service, time-dependent effects such as creep and shrinkage result in a 15% reduction of the pre-stressing force. Now, yung strands, yung section yan, ganito yung itsura. Kapag sinabing 7 wire, parang ganito siya. Ayan, 7 wire strand. But again, we don't need this one since hindi naman tayo nagde-design and we are already given the pre-stressing force. So this particular given is only important if we are designing. And yung configuration nito is helical. So essentially, ito yung tinatawag natin na strand. Yung group ng strand, yan yung tinatawag natin na tendon. So, ito yung tendon. Ganyan yung arrangement. Ayan. So, hindi yan steel bars lang na parang sa RC. So again, meron tayong 15% losses sa final pre-stress. And for letter A, we have to determine the total normal stress in the top fibers after transfer. Now, at the moment of transfer, kailangan kasali na dyan yung self-weight ng beam. Kasi nag-act kasi yan always. Unless sinabi sa problem na due to pre-stress only, kapag sinabing due to pre-stress only, then we will just use normal stress na force over area, P over A, then plus or minus PEC over I. But since sinabing total normal stress, we have to take into account the bending stresses caused by the self-weight. For letter B naman, calculate the stress in the bottom fibers of the beam at service condition. Now, at service condition, dyan na natin isasali yung 15% na loss. And since wala namang sinabi na merong superimposed dead load or live load, then we will just use the self-weight of the beam pa rin. But the pre-stressing force will be reduced by 15%. So, 85% na lang yung effective. For letter C naman, if the external loads, including beam self-weight, produce additional bending stresses of plus or minus 6.7 MPa at the midspan, determine the required eccentricity of the pre-stressing force so that the tensile stress in the midspan is equal to 0. Ayan. So, first, sulat natin yung given. Yung area natin is 7.89 times 10 to the 5. Ayan. Then, yung moment of inertia naman natin is 1.39 times 10 to the 11. Ayan. And our height is equal to 1,400. Then, yung first natin isosolve is the value of the eccentricity. Now, our beam is symmetrical. So, yung neutral axis niya, andito lang sa gitna. This will be NA. Ayan. Now, the problem here is hindi pa natin alam yung eccentricity. Hindi kasi binigay yung centroid ng tendon natin. So, that's what we have to solve first. Now, we can solve that using Varignian's theorem. Zoom in lang natin. Ayan. Yung centroid ng tendon natin could be somewhere here. And although hindi pa natin alam yung totoong placement talaga. Ayan. Assume ko na nandyan. And we can use this line at the bottom of the section, ayan, as our reference axis. So this will be barred Y. You can also use a reference line aligned to this one, corresponding to the first row. Depende na yan sa'yo. However, dito, mas gusto ko na yung eccentricity is just h over 2 minus barred Y. So yung eccentricity is the distance from the center of the tendon going to the neutral axis. Ayan, label natin as E. And this distance naman is half of 1,400, which is 700 mm. Ayan. So, di ba, yan din yung farthest distance from the neutral axis. H over 2. Now, yung strands natin, uniform lang yung area. So, in Varinian's theorem, we don't need to input the area, but instead, gagamitin na lang natin yung number of strands per row. So, for the first row, we have, ilan yan? Di ba, 4, 8, 12. 12 lahat. Same din sa second row. Sa third row naman, we have minus 2. So, 10. And ito naman 4. Tas dito sa top 2. So, ilan yan lahat? 12 times 2, 24. Plus 10, 34. Plus 4, 38. Then plus 2, 40. So, yan yung sinabi dyan na 47 wire strands. So, we have 40 barred Y is equal to, yung first row natin has 12 strands. So, 12, multiply ko yan by the distance from the reference axis dito sa bottom. So, we have 50. Ayan. Then, next, yung second row naman, yung distance niya from the reference axis is equal to 50 plus 60. Then, 12 pa rin. So, 12 multiplied by 50 plus 60. Ayan. Or you can use 110. Sa next row naman, we have 10 strands. So, plus 10. Then, multiply natin by, ilan na yan? 60 plus 60, 120. Plus 50, we have 170. Ayan. Ito, gagawin ko na lang 110. Then, for the succeeding row, 4 na lang. And we multiply this by 170 plus 60. That would be 230. Then, for these two strands, yung distance niya from the reference axis would be 230 plus another 60. Again, yung 60 ha, galing yan sa given. 60 mm spacing. So, tig 60 lahat yan. Although, hindi na indicated sa figure. Ito lang yung binigay. We have 290. So, solving barred Y, we would obtain a value of 128. So, solving the eccentricity, store muna natin yan sa Y. Yung eccentricity natin is equal to 700, which is ito. Yan yung C. And isa-subtract natin yung barred Y. Ayan. Barred Y, wala kasing barred Y sa MathCAD, so ito na lang, Y. C minus Y. The eccentricity is equal to 572. Ayan. So, for the total normal stress in the top fibers after transfer, letter A yan, we have P over A, always compressive yung pre-stressing force, yung normal stress niya, P over A. Then, we have to calculate daw the stress in the top fibers. Now, since hindi sinabi yung type of beam, we will just assume na simply supported. So, kapag simply supported, we have this beam, and due to gravity loads, kapag in-applyan natin ng uniform load, di ba yung magiging bending niya is pasmiley. Ayan. Or positive bending. Ito yung arc na nag-shorten, ito naman, humaba siya. So, this will be tension, ito naman, compression. Yan yung bending due to the load. However, due to pre-stress naman, opposite. Since yung resultant ng tendon is below the neutral axis. Kung saan kasi located yung pre-stressing force, andun yung compression, essentially. Kasi parang ganito. Ito yung NA, tas andito yung pre-stressing force. Yung magiging rotation at this particular point, due to the pre-stressing force, will be counterclockwise. So, counterclockwise dyan. Dito naman, pag nag-movement ka dyan, using this pre-stressing force, yung rotation niya is clockwise. So, kapag in-apply mo yung moments na yan, yung magiging bending is paganto. Bottom will be compression. Yan yung nag-shorten. Ito naman yung humaba. So, yan yung tension. Again, kung saan located, below sa neutral axis, dyan din yung compression. Yan, ito yung neutral axis natin essentially. So, sa top fibers, so due to the self-weight of the beam, which is essentially just part of the gravity loads, compression yung top fiber. So, minus yung gagamitin natin. Bottom naman is tension. We don't need that para sa first problem. So, yung sign convention pala natin is minus compression plus naman yung tension. Be wary lang since yung ibang books, yung compression yung ina-assume nila na positive. Kasi mas malinis yung solution kasi since always compressive ito. But ako naman, hindi ko gusto na mag-conflict siya sa assumptions ko sa statics. So kaya, yung ginagawa ko is minus always yung compression, positive naman yung tension. So again, due to pre-stress, top fibers in tension. Ayan. So yan actually yung PEC over I. Parang MC over I pa rin yan. However, yung P times E, yan yung moment caused by the pre-stressing force. P multiplied by the eccentricity, moment arm niya. PEC over I. Now, since yung C saka I, common lang, pwede natin silang i-factor out. Yung tinuturo ko sa students ko is to factor out C and I. So, magiging ganito yung equation mo. C over I. Then, we multiply this by M plus PE. Ayan. Meron ding ibang derived formulas para dito. But, mas intuitive to para sa akin. If we separate the bending stresses and the normal stresses. So, yung C, meron ng value. Yung I din. Eccentricity, meron na ding value. And yung P naman, sa problem, 3,420 kilonewtons. Lagay natin dyan. 3,420. Then, yung loss natin is 15%. Lagay din natin. That would be 0.15. So, the first question is, ano yung magiging moment? So, by the way, hindi ko pala na-state if sa ends ba to or sa midspan. Kapag sa ends kasi, hindi na natin isasali yung MC over I since yung moment sa supports would just be equal to 0. So, idagdag ko na lang sa letter A at midspan. So, since at midspan, then simply supported, yung M natin will just be equal to WL squared over 8. Now, hindi ko rin nadagdag yung length ng beam. Lagyan na lang din natin ng arbitrary value. The span of the beam is, sabihin natin, 7 meters. Ayan. So, L is equal to 7. Tapos, yung W naman will be the unit weight of concrete, gamma, multiplied by the cross-sectional area. Hindi binigay sa problem yung unit weight ng concrete. So, we will use 23.5. Ayan. Ito yung default sa board exam. Yung area naman, this is in mm squared. According sa given. Ito, naka-kilonewton per meter cube. So, convert muna natin yung mm squared into meter squared. We can do that by dividing the area by 1,000 squared. So, divided by 1,000 squared. This is due to self-weight. Ayan. For a while, sa gamma ko pala nalagay. Ayan. Ito dapat yung dinivide natin by 1,000 squared. So, W will be equal to 18.542. Lagyan natin ng C dot. Ayan. WL squared over 8 is equal to 113.567 kilonewton meter. Yung kilonewton meter, we have to convert it into Newton mm. So, multiply natin to by 10 to the 6. Or pwede rin 1,000 squared. Yung P naman is initially in kilonewtons. Ito. So, convert natin into Newton. Multiply it by 1,000. Ito rin. Kailangan natin i-multiply by 1,000. So, press equals. By the way, may mali rin pala tayo sa sign. Wait lang. due to load compression, so ito yan, yung MC over I. This is supposed to be minus. Hindi ko na-notice kanina. Ayan, minus. Then, due to pre-stress, tension yung top. So, this is plus. Ayan. So, ito pala yung value, 4.945. And this is in megapascal. Now, kanina, sa FB group, may nag-try mag-solve. But, yung ginamit is walang M. Wala naman yun initially since hindi ko naman binigay yung span ng beam. But, if yung question is, what if due to pre-stress only lang, ayan, then we would have minus P over A, then plus PEC over I para sa top fibers. Ayan. First equals, we have 5.517. Check down natin. Ayun, tama talaga. Pakita ko 5.52 yung nakuha niya. Which is tama if pre-stress lang. Yun naman yung condition kanina. But ito na yung sagot considering our new problem. Ayan. Now for letter B naman, calculate the stress in the bottom fibers of the beam at service condition. At service condition, sa bottom fibers naman, tension yung bottom due to load, and due to pre-stress, compression yung bottom. So, pwede natin tong kopyahin. Ayan, minus P over A pa rin yan. But due to load, this will be plus na. Ayan. And yung due to pre-stress naman, yun na yung compression, so this will be minus. Ayan. But we have to take into account the losses. So we need to multiply P by 0.85. Yung 0.85 galing sa 1 minus 0.15, yung losses natin. So 0.85 P, then ito rin, 0.85. So we would obtain minus 11.486. Now to make our solution more intuitive, gagawin na lang natin siyang ganito. We have minus P over A. Tanggalin natin yung 0.85. Ayan. Then, plus PEC over I. Multiply natin by 0.85. Since only the pre-stressing force will experience losses. Nga pala. Minus pala to. Yung sa P times E. Then, plus MC over I. We copy the conversion factor times C over I. Rearrange ko lang saglit yung solutions natin para mag-match sa website natin for a while. So, 4.945 pa rin yan. Ito naman, minus 11.486. Now, kanina, this was discounted. Yung MC over I. So, check natin yung sagot ni Fiji. Kapag tinanggal natin yung M, we have 12.058. Ayun, tama din. Compression. So ngayon, punta tayo sa last question. Yung external loads daw natin, including beam self-weight, sinabi dyan na including beam self-weight. So yung M natin na na-solve kanina due to self-weight, hindi na magmamatter. So the external loads daw produce additional bending stresses of plus or minus 6.7 megapascal at the midspan. Now since in-apply yung external loads dito, it means na this is at service condition. If service condition, then we have to use 0.85 na lang sa initial pre-stressing force. So, copy natin to. Ayan. Then, yung term na magbabago lang is this one. So, we have here plus or minus 6.7. Due to load, saan yung tension? Diba, due to load, yung tension is at the bottom. Compression naman sa top. However, what usually governs is ito. Kung ano yung tension due to load, yan yung isa-set natin to 0. Kasi diba sinabi dyan na tensile stress in the midspan is 0. But we could also check sa top din. So our unknown is the eccentricity. Baguhin natin. Ito yung eccentricity nu. Ayan, E sub nu. Then plus 6.7. Equate natin yan to 0. Assuming na yung tensile stress equals 0 is at the bottom. So, solve in U. Yung sagot natin is 205.99 or approximately 206 mm. But we could also check ano naman doon sa top fiber. kapag yung top fiber yung sinet natin to 0. Ito always minus yan, pero sa top fiber, this will be plus. Same dito. Ayan. Then, ito naman yung minus. Plus or minus 6.7. Ayan. We would get an eccentricity of 709.33, which is greater than half of 1,400. So, this is very unrealistic. Ayan. Lagpas na yan sa beam. Parang yung eccentricity andito na sa ilalim. Therefore, we choose this value. Ayan. Again, what usually governs is kung saan yung tension na side due to load. Yun yung isiset mo to 0. So, actually, tama rin yung sagot ni Fiji doon sa Facebook page natin. Lakas ni Master. Ayun. So, hopefully, may natutunan kayo. And if lumabas man to ulit, then ready na. Salamat sa pagkikinig.
Thank you.